Yo, it's game time. You know what time it is. It's your boy Trevor David Jones, and today we have She-Hulk Episode 2. Let's jump right into it. Okay, let's start with the positive. The actress, Jennifer Walters, she did good. And one of the main things that actually was good about her acting, especially in this episode, were her facial expressions. I'm serious. It added a very good dimension to the episode. When she found out that the law firm, the practice head, wanted her to practice as She-Hulk, her expressions when she was with her family, when she was on the laptop, like looking up and she was like the Swiss, tour guide or whatever, her facial expressions, I got it, man. I was like, yo, when you're just like despondent and you're, whatever's going on, it was really good. I'll give it to her. She can act. Okay. Funny moments. She goes to visit her family. That was supposed to be funny. That man, Chad, a clown. He was a clown. The Best Buy manager, a good part of the episode, so I like that they threw him in there. Okay. So moving forward a little bit. When they go see Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. First of all, she's taking on a case to potentially release Abomination. Those are two words that don't go together. Release the Abomination? I'm gonna tell you a little comic book history real quick. When Abomination was first made, he was so dangerous that after fighting the Hulk, an alien, the Stranger, beamed him off of Earth to a prison planet where he was held for like time unknown. And then in the future, a bunch of witches, because they know about the Abomination's powers, summoned him from this planet. Silver Surfer came to Earth, classed Abomination, brought him back to the witches, and was like, yo, send him back, man. Like, this dude just can't be around. So yeah, his base strength is twice as much as the Hulk, but he doesn't get stronger with rage like the Hulk does. The point is, he's extremely dangerous. So when he was like, oh yeah, we got you on the case, we want you to see about releasing Abomination, I was already a little sketched out just because of that. But I mean, we're gonna see where they take it. So yes, that being said, once they got to Emil Blonsky in the little prison scene, that was one of the best parts of the episode. That actor, that man is hilarious. He was like, it's not so much that I can't turn into the Abomination, I don't want to. I was like, AKA, you're about to get out of here and get swole, as we saw later in the episode. So he brought some levity. He was a good part of the episode. So going forward a little bit to what was obviously the best part of the episode, the conversation with Bruce Banner on the phone. As I said in my part 1 review, Mark Ruffalo he's a light on this show. He's hilarious. I mean, he's a major MCU actor. Just him being on screen is just funny. Like, he's got the expression. It's Mark Ruffalo. So just that little 2-minute clip where he was in the episode was a highlight of the episode. He's got the emotional range, the depth. That was great. On that clip, though, was my man getting signal in space? Like, what was up with that? I mean, I get it. They got some technology, some advanced, mechanics going on. But a cell phone signal in space? That was almost a plot hole, but I'm going to let that go. And also on that point, it was very comic book, what they did. The Hulk was, he will be a pivotal part of the show if he's a part of it. So that scene where he's on the spaceship, all my reviews are spoiler reviews, by the way. So if you want something else, you got to go somewhere else. So he's on the spaceship going probably back to Sakaar. And, that him being in space takes him out of the series. And I guess they have to do that. It was good because Marvel's been absent with the cameos just up until this point. So, it was good that he was in the show to begin with. But him going off into space takes him out of the show. So Jennifer Walters, that actress, can carry the whole weight of it. That's cool. I mean, if Mark Ruffalo's there, it will quickly turn into his show is the Hulk. He is the Hulk. So I know that they had to do that. But yeah, so don't expect to see him for the rest of the series. It would have been nice to have him around, but I get it. It's a comic book thing, and it's also like, it's a thing they've done in the movies before. If a character's too powerful or whatever, they'll kind of remove them from the equation. So, I mean, I get it. It was nice to have him around, but I guess Mark Ruffalo's got to go. Okay, that was the best part of the episode, though. Just the phone call with the Hulk, that was dope. So, room for improvement. Specifically, not too much. The cinematography was good. I mean, Jennifer Walters, the actress, she's doing good. It was straight. The only thing that I would actually put as a knock against this particular show is it's just 30-minute episodes. And I actually read about that beforehand, so I knew that this would be a 30-minute episode show. But when you actually see it, like when I pulled the episode up and it said 31 minutes, it was like, it seems a little light. Seems a little light in the trousers. Pause. It's just like, you know, I will never say that Marvel is like regressing. That's like a heavy word, but going from WandaVision where it was like 45, 50, sometimes like, you know, almost hour-long episodes, and we didn't know how many episodes were even in the season. It turned out to be 9 episodes. So it was like this suspense, and the episodes were also very long. I would wake up and have my coffee and just chill and watch these episodes. Now we kind of know it's going to be 6 episodes, and now it's down to 30 minutes per episode. It's like, you know, leaves you a little wanting. And I don't know what the budgetary constraints were when they filmed this show, or, you know, when it was filmed. Maybe it was when all the stuff was happening. I don't know, man. But 30 minutes per episode? That's a little light. A little light in the loafers. So that's definitely a room for improvement. Okay, the post-credits. Now, as opposed to episode 1, this post-credits was actually legit. It was hilarious. They had Jennifer Walters She-Hulk. The She-Hulk. We already know what Hulk can do. They got She-Hulk out here doing chores. That's hilarious. They're like, oh, strong individual. You can lift this car. Yeah, she can definitely lift a car. She can lift, you know, a tank, a skyscraper. This is a Hulk we're talking about. So they got her lifting the car, you know, carrying the water bottles. That was hilarious. Chad himself was hilarious in that post-credits. No one knows what 4K is, but we need it. He's obviously a clown. That actor, whoever he is, he's got some good comedic abilities, so I really appreciated that. And also on the point of the post-credits scene, She-Hulk, that CGI model, we got to see more of it in this episode. It's amazing. Like, it's really good. I watched a Marvel behind the scenes where they talked about, you know, making the models and just how much work goes into it. And the CGI director in that particular behind the scenes I saw, he said that the 2 models that made him like emotionally basically tear up the most were the Professor Hulk model, the Smart Hulk model, which we've seen in the show, and also the Thanos model. Like, he's like, man, this is my pride and joy. Like, we put so much work into this. He was really getting emotional. The She-Hulk model, I would almost kind of put it on that level. In that post-credits, first of all, the model is yoked up, swole. I'm a fan of anyone getting swole. Watch my videos. Anyone who knows me knows about this. I'm always down for anyone getting swole. That model is swole. And then it's just detailed. It's legit. Like, you can tell they put work into it. I was actually impressed by that. CGI model, I already talked about the hair in the first episode, is on fleek. But the model itself is really good. So I really appreciated that. Okay, moving on to the overall episode rating. It gets a 3 out of 5. This episode gets a 3 out of 5, which is just like the first episode. The show isn't bad. It's just there are some things that separate it from the other Marvel shows. And you're not really supposed to compare shows against shows. You got to take it on its own merit. But it's just a little like, it's a little, I don't know, man. Like, there's just some things that just aren't there. But it's good. The CGI is good. We're going to see some more action, of course. It's a Hulk show. So there's going to be some hitting. There's going to be some squabbing. But it gets a 3 out of 5. Then they took my man Mark Ruffalo out of the show. How do I feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna watch. This is Marvel. I've been reading comics since I was knee high. So, you know, I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this show. Another note, while I'm on the point. So when we got to the end of the episode, we saw that the Abomination escaped from prison. That was good because it tied in the timeline. We know that this happened during Shang-Chi. That's where this show takes place. We saw the Abomination fighting in the ring with Wong in that movie. Kind of an odd scene, but you know, it was it happened, and now we know exactly when it happened. So that was cool. But that being said, now we She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, she really can't win her case. This man was about to be released, again, releasing the Abomination. Anyways, he was about to get released on parole, and he escapes from prison to go into a fighting ring? I mean, if he escaped from prison just to like go get some ice cream, it'd be a wrap. So, I mean, she can't win the case now. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. They've added a little suspense. We don't know what's gonna happen. That's cool, right? Okay, so yeah, we'll see how the show goes. So it is the end of August pretty much. Crazy. Cray. We got here. The next big thing is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We're all excited about that. Again, Marvel has fixed their trailers. So we don't really know what's gonna happen in this movie. We have no clue. You think you know, but you have no idea. So definitely super excited about that. Be ready for that review. I've released a ton of video game trailer reactions on the channel recently because Gamescom is going on, so check those out, particularly for Spoken, because that game looks absolutely insane. Square Enix, another one out of the park. You can bet on that. And man, really, that's all I got. You see me out here flexing. You see me in Monterrey. You see the mountains, okay? Monterrey, Mountain of the King, you know what I'm saying? Flexing. Stay up. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.